Josh's paws. Help! I yelled, but she couldn't hear me. Even if she could hear me, she wouldn't be able to help me 'cause she has a broken leg. I continued walking, but I couldn't find my way back. Kate's paws. Half an hour passed and Josh still wasn't back. I was really worried. Josh! I yelled. Josh, where are you? I tried to get up and run, but I tripped over a log. Ah! I screamed. My leg hurt so much that I passed out. Josh's paws. I heard her scream, so I ran as fast as I can to where the scream came from. Then I saw her lying on the ground. Her leg was bleeding. If only I stayed with her, this wouldn't have happened. I laid her down, and I felt her forehead. She was burning up, and she was sweating like crazy. I took my shirt off and wet it. Then I put it on her forehead. Kate's paws. I woke up and saw a shirtless Josh sitting next to me. Hey, you're awake, he said. Oh, Josh, I thought you were gone, and that you were never coming back, I said as I cried. Shh, it's Ock. I'm here now, Josh said as he put a strand of my hair behind my ear. What's your name? He said. Kate. It's gonna be Ock, Kate. We're gonna get out of here, he said. Josh, my leg hurts, and I feel sick. Josh looked at my leg and said, I'll be back. There's a leaf that is big enough to wrap around your leg. It might be able to stop the bleeding, Josh said as he got up. I grabbed his hand and said, Josh, wait. Please don't go. He leaned down and kissed me on the forehead and said, It's Ock, he'll be back, I promise. Josh's paws. I felt really bad for leaving Kate there, but I needed to stop the bleeding. I found the tree where Leaf was one, and I went back and found Kate sitting on the log. Hey, I'm back, I said, as I kneeled down in front of her. Hi, she said. Ock, this is going to hurt a bit, I said. What? No, she said as she started panicking. It's Ock, Kate. It will only hurt a little bit, Ock, I said as I grabbed hold of her hand. Straight when the leaf touched her skin, she flinched and squeezed my hand. Ock, I'm done. Say that wasn't so hard, was it? She shook her head. Well, it's late. You should get some sleep. It will make you feel better, I said. 'Cause the log was too small to sleep on, I lifted her up in my arms 'cause she couldn't walk, and I lied her down on the sand. Good night, Kate. Night, Josh. I went to bed. Half an hour later, but I woke up to the sound of crying. Kate, are you Ock? I sighed as I sat next to her. We're never gonna get out of here, she said as she cried some more. I put my arm around her and said, Kate, don't say that. Of course we will. Kate, why didn't you swim when you fell out of the boat, and why were you in a small boat alone? I can't swim, and I ran away from home, she said. Why? I asked. Because my parents want me to become a doctor, but I want to be an actor like you. I pulled her into a hug, and she sobbed into my shoulder. I felt so bad and sorry for her. I can't believe she ran away. When your leg gets better, it'll teach you to swim, Ock. But till then, let's get some sleep, I said as went away from her. When she stopped crying, I pulled back and stared at each other for a moment. She looked so beautiful, and I really like her. So I leaned forward to kiss and pressed my lips against hers. She went frozen. Then she kissed me back. Lou pulled back and smiled at her. She returned my smile. When your leg gets better, it'll teach you to swim, Ock. But till then, let's get some sleep, I said, as went to sleep.
The Mutant Museum would like to thank all of these generous people for their continued support in this troubling time. If you'd like to see your name up here, head on over to my Patreon. It costs $1 a month to be up here. And you'll be super cool, just like Break System BSE and all these other cool people are.